Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sprint 265 review. This is a normal 2-week sprint. Let's get started. I'll start with the overview, Gilbert on the UI, Adam on providers, and Joe on the platform. As you can see, this is a pretty typical sprint with 116 PRs merged this sprint. And a huge chunk of them were refactoring and cleanup, but we had quite a number of enhancements and some bug fixes as well. And over to Gilbert on the UI.
Thanks, Jason. So for the UI, Joe deleted dead code in a third PR after two follow-up PRs. Joe also disabled autofill communication with our Cypress test. He added to not run retries in Cypress open mode. He also collapsed and sped up our menu tests. He consolidated tests at click row in the settings detail table. He also did a separate plugin file that was no longer supported as a Cypress 10. I fixed Joe fixed the report edit and add flakiness with the test. I updated minimatch to 516. Joe added Cypress commands for throttling and notification stubs. Joe updated the UI JSON translation files with the MIQ bots PR, and I updated yarnlock node version to 20 in one of our files that we missed. Next slide. For UI service, JSON centralized the update yarn.lock workflow to the .github repo. I merged the yarn.lock with latest dependencies PR from the bot, and I updated the brace expansion package on UI service. That's it for the UI. Next is Adam.
Thanks, Gilbert. So for providers this sprint, community user fixed some issues with the Amazon Smart State coordinator. There were bugs with key pair creation, and also route table checks were failing due to a change in the AWS SDK. So he got a couple of those fixed. I know he's still working through a couple other issues, so hopefully we'll have some more PRs in that area next sprint. For embedded Terraform, Manoj fixed fetching of input vars from provision and retirement actions after some refactoring done earlier. And for KubeVirt and OpenShift virtualization, we are now collecting KubeVirt instance types. So if there are any instances that were created from essentially Amazon-style flavors, we'll have that link made now. And this will be used for reconfigure in the future. Next slide. A lot of work on Nutanix. So I think this is the first slide we have for what's the state of this right now. So we adding support for the Nutanix AHV hypervisor. The development's been done in partnership with the team from Zacio. So they have been doing a good amount of the work on getting this over the line. So we have a new provider plugin, not included in core yet, but if you want to check it out, it's available. We also built a couple of OpenAPI-based gems for Nutanix version 4 version of the APIs for VMM and cluster management. As far as what's currently supported, we collect inventory. We have VCR-based specs for that. We also have some fixes for VM power state. We are collecting storage domains and data stores, as well as clusters. So that is pretty good progress for Nutanix. So hopefully that'll be in the next version of ManageIQ. Next slide. And this is not new this sprint, but I wanted to share a short demo of some of the work that's been done for Terraform Enterprise. So this is an example of an HCP, previously Terraform Cloud, but a cloud-hosted Terraform installation. So there are a number of orgs and projects, and so we're going to go through the process of adding a new provider here. So we go to the Automation Providers tab. This is where you would typically see your AWX or your Ansible automation platform providers. So this is a new external automation manager alongside those two. So we can add the new Terraform Enterprise type and give it a name. And the endpoint defaults to the Terraform Cloud URL, but if you had it on premise, you could add your local Terraform Enterprise installation URL there. And we've got our API token. So if you wanted to control what projects or organizations you had access to, you could do that with your user there. And so we'll grab that add that API token. So this is going to go off and spin up a refresh worker and all that good stuff to collect inventory. So currently the inventory that we're collecting is going to be the Terraform workspaces, as well as runs, which are going to be represented in ManageIQ as orchestration stacks. So we can go and see templates. Configuration templates was sort of the common term from Ansible that we were referencing here, but you can see we have these two workspaces that we saw earlier. One of them is Git repo based, and so we'll create a configuration script source in that case. And the other is just a simple directory based one, in which case we don't have any other information about where it came from, even from the Terraform API. So we can see we can also add a new service catalog item for Terraform Enterprise Workspace. So we pick a particular workspace, and that's going to run the plan and apply when it's ordered. So this allows an end user to trigger a plan and apply via the service catalog. So we can pick our catalog, we can pick our dialog. If you had any variables that you wanted to override, that could be done at the dialog level. Right now it's manual, and in the future, similar to embedded Terraform, we're going to be automatically generating dialogues from the workspace variables, but that's a manual process at this point. So went and added the service catalog item there. We can go and order it now. So there it is. We can click order, and then we'll see our, simple press submit dialog just to bypass that. But again, if you wanted to present the user with any variables, you could do that here. And it's been requested. And so once that's gone through auto approval, it'll go and start doing the plan and apply on the Terraform Enterprise side. So you can click this and we can see the auto approval just went through. And it should start doing the plan and apply shortly. One of the other enhancements that we're looking at doing in the future is we're currently collecting the status and the standard out from the run, but it's not visible on the service yet, but that should be able to be visible in coming releases. So I think we should be able to go over and start seeing the plan and apply running for that workspace. So if we go back to the list of workspaces here, you can see the Terraform test. This is our workspace that we're doing the run for. You can see it's currently planning, started less than a minute ago, and it just finished. This is a simple, essentially a hello world Terraform run, but so the plan and apply just finished. Doesn't like my variables, but that's all right. And that's going to get refreshed, and the run will be checking to see if it's done. It does it on a schedule. It doesn't have events yet, so it takes a little bit longer to refresh, but you'll be able to see the run in the list of jobs. So right now this is just all the jobs, but it's you can see the one that's planning there is the one that was just done. All right, I think that's essentially it for Terraform Enterprise. So if you want to go stop this, we can go and continue with platform. I was just waiting for a while for it to finish, but
Did I jump ahead or?
no, it's fine. It just failed to email at the end there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, we get a run.
Yep. All right, over to Joe.
Thanks, Adam. For platform enhancements this sprint, Keenan had several changes in virtual attributes in preparation for upgrading to Rails 7.2. He converted some virtual delegates to has many throughs, as Rails is getting stricter about attributes requiring columns, making these association methods not applicable. He also improved keyword arguments usage on virtual column and virtual delegate calls. He deprecated virtual delegates that don't specify a type to avoid loading other classes at class load time. He added a missing class name on some virtual has many throughs where the name is not easily determined. Finally, he bumped master of core to use this pre-Rails 7.2 version of virtual attributes. Jason added some Ansible runner tests in both the appliance and container contexts. And using these tests, he was able to update Ansible and Ansible core to latest and Python to 3.12. Finally, Adam updated Appliance Console to add a way to configure a dedicated volume for usage by containers running on the appliance. Next slide. For platform bugs this sprint, Keenan fixed an IP route bug listing network interfaces in Linux admin on Mac OS. Damo fixed a bug in service container template determination of the project name by using an existing project as a fallback. The translators provided fixes for translations that were either never translated or reverted back to English. Keenan fixed a bug by ensuring the admin login goes through external authentication if local login is disabled. Keenan also fixed some issues in core to go along with the virtual attributes changes above to properly add the type to virtual delegates and to convert relations from virtual delegates to virtual has many throughs. Finally, Adam fixed a minor appliance console test bug if you had previously configured FreeIPA locally, causing the SSSD conf file to exist and cause a problem during the test. Next slide.
Okay, and that's all for our Sprint 265 review. Our next Sprint review 266 will be on July 9th at the usual place and time. And I'd like to thank all of the contributors to ManageIQ, including Zacio, our new contributor of the Nutanix plugin, and also thanks to all our presenters today. Thanks, everyone.